Download free design files from ambitious.co.za/laserart. Just click on the link in the details below and enjoy.
Welcome back to another laser art video. Today we'll be making a guest book, so to speak, or one of those message books that when you arrive at a party you can open up and leave a message behind on what you thought or happy birthday to the person. So let's get to it. First thing we need to do is import our vector. Once we've done that, we can now look at our settings, and from there then we go off to the laser. But first let's just quickly have a look at our border. We want to delete this outside line on both pages so that we don't have double cut lines. From there, I want to make sure that we select what we need to be engraved and what needs to be cut out. So let's just first select the areas that need to be cut. So we're going to select all these little holes here because those are what we need to cut out for our ribbon that will be going around the border. Next, we need to select our outer layer, which is going to be the layer we're going to cut out of our MDF to make the actual board itself. So we're going to change that to a different color. I'm going to be going with purple, and the rest will be engraved. So let's quickly just make sure that we select those layers. So the black we're going to want to change to engrave. Purple we're going to leave as cut. The engraving settings I'm going to leave at 500 speed, and I'm going to drop this down to 45% power on the engraving. Make sure that your bidirections on and engrave blow is also on. Next is the cut settings. Now I'm going to be leaving my settings as follows. Speed at 20 and our cut power I'm going to leave at 65 and only one time. And then we can push OK. Now that we've done that, we've done everything we need to in our program, so from here it's off to the laser. Now that we're here at the laser, I just want to show you what we're going to be using today. Today I'm going to be using a laminated piece of MDF. It's just got a different color just to give a nice contrast. We will be using this to engrave and cut out the pieces as you saw on the artwork. But I also have normal card that we're going to be putting underneath it. And the reason for that is when we are cutting our MDF, it's also going to cut straight through this, which will give us paper that will go in between the two pieces of wood, which you'll see as soon as we start. So let's just get to it. So we're going to place down our card, make sure that it's straight, and we're going to put down our piece of wood. And now I don't have a piece of card that is exactly the same size as this, so I'm just going to be doing half of it for the one piece because we're only having paper going in on the one side. So I'm going to rather just turn this, because it's not the same size, I'm rather going to turn it and put it like so. Now that I've done that, I can now do my height measurement. And there we go, we are done. Now we can go to our program, save it to the cutter and begin. Here's the artwork we did earlier. So as I was saying, we're going to leave that paper behind, so we only want paper for this piece here. And because we're putting it behind the piece of wood, in theory it will be cut at the same time it does the border and the holes where we're putting our ribbon through. So let's quickly save this and give it a go. Well, that looks really nice. I'm glad that the engraving came out good. It's cut all the way through the board. So let's head on over and clean it and get it ready. So we've got all the pieces we need. We have a cloth to clean it, some water with a little bit of sunlight soap, and our ribbons. So let's give it a good old clean and assemble it. And I'm only making sure that it's nice and clean simply because all this residue that's left over here is basically sticky because it's left over wood. So if you give it a good clean afterwards, it will come out really nice. Now that we've given it a good clean and it's got a really nice finish, there's no more sticky residue, and we're going to move over to here, and the paper was cut completely through, as you can see, and it even came out with a nice charred brown finish, which will even look better up against our wood. And again, the lined holes make it really easy to line this up. So let's quickly line it up and put our ribbon in. And here we are, it's assembled. I just want to say off the bat, with the correct settings like it is, this came out really nice on this MDF. The engraving is just deep enough. The finish on this is really nice. You can go and give it a good coat of varnish if you like, but other than that, the idea behind this nice laser art program is really nice. You can open it quite easily, look at the pages, you can flip those, write in them if you want, and have a nice visual on the back as well. Overall, this came out really nice and I'm impressed. Guys, if you like this one and if you want to see more, please give us a subscribe if you haven't, like the video, and if you've got a comment, they really mean a lot to us, give us one of those, and we'll see you in the next one.
At AM.CO.za, we have always taken pride in our products and customer service. Our Google rating represents our commitment to providing our clients with the best support possible. We have officially achieved a rating of 4.9 stars and an astounding 699 reviews for our Jet Park branch in Johannesburg at the end of 2020. Let's move our attention to our branch in Montague Gardens of Cape Town, where we have achieved a rating of 4.8 stars and an amazing 299 reviews. We would like to thank you, our loyal customers. Thank you, South Africa. AM.CO.za. Achievement matters.